So the bell went, and then they stopped the fight. So, yeah, I think we might just go and appeal it, because this doesn't make any sense, right?
No.
Like if the bell goes and then stop the fight, then why? You know, it's like then it's my time to rest.
Will you be chasing that rematch?
Yeah, you know, listen, I'm happy if we can run it back, we'll run it back. Yeah. Hopefully His Excellency can get it run back, and we can do it again with Alexander.
Rico Verhoeven and his team are now appealing for a rematch, as they think they were robbed against Alexander Usyk. However, Spencer Brown said negotiations are ongoing regarding Alexander Usyk's next fight, adding that although Turki Alalshik wants to see a rematch with Rico Verhoeven, Usyk must first face mandatory challenger Agit Kabayel, who echoed the same stance by insisting that talk of a rematch should wait until Usyk goes through him first.
Negotiations are ongoing. I think Turkey said he'd like to see the rematch, but he's got to go through him first. Yeah. He's got to go through Agit first before there's any rematch. But I think
you can talk for the rematch. First about Kabayel.
Frank Warren also dismissed rumors of an immediate rematch between Alexander Usyk and Rico Verhoeven, insisting that WBC mandatory challenger Agit Kabayel deserves the next title opportunity, praising Kabayel's hand speed, skill, and unbeaten run against top opponents, while stating that his team would push the WBC to make the fight happen in autumn and would not support bypassing him for a Rico rematch.
Whatever happens, they're talking about maybe doing a rematch with Usyk and Rico. We're not going to stand for that. You know, Usyk's been there long enough, and he wants his moment, and that's what we'll be pushing for with WBC. And hopefully we get it over the line and do that sometime in the autumn. He's a very, very good fighter. He's got great hand speed skills. I've had people have seen his fights with Zhang. He's been in, he's beaten everybody he's put in front of him, and he is a real class act. A lovely guy. And he can fight, and he deserves to be in the number one spot.
On the other hand, Huey Fury said he believes there should 100% be a rematch between Alexander Usyk and Rico Verhoeven, arguing that Usyk has faced every major heavyweight twice, and claiming that no opponent has ever given him the kind of beating Rico did during their controversial fight.
I think so, 100%. He should have been, Usyk has fought every single heavyweight twice. No one has ever give Usyk a beating like that. No one. So I think definitely 100% there should be a rematch.
Johnny Nelson also said Rico Verhoeven deserves a rematch with Alexander Usyk, arguing that the right things should be done, while predicting that Usyk would still win a second fight on points rather than by knockout, because both fighters now understand each other's strengths, adding that Usyk appeared distracted and failed to fully use his superior boxing skill and movement in their first meeting.
Would he get a rematch? I think he should. I think the right thing should be done. And I think if Usyk fights him again, Usyk will beat him, but it'll be on points. He won't knock this guy out. Because now they both know what to expect, and Usyk knows this guy is dangerous. He knows this guy. I've got to box him, because Usyk should have that boxing technique, skill, and everything to outbox, outfox, outmove, but he didn't. His mind wasn't on the job, in my opinion.
Michael Venom Page said that a rematch between Alexander Usyk and Rico Verhoeven is possible, but ultimately depends on Usyk's own desire, adding that there is no real necessity to immediately revisit the matchup, given Usyk's many other options, and that it would be a personal choice rather than an obligation.
Rematch?
You know what? He definitely can. It's up to Usyk if he even desires to take it. There's no need to kind of put yourself in that scenario again. But like I said, he's got so many options.
But Usyk's ex-promoter Alexander Krassyuk urged Alexander Usyk to consider retiring while still undefeated and at the peak of his career, saying it is better for a fighter to leave 1 hour before than 2 minutes after, while praising Usyk as one of the greatest fighters of all time and expressing hope that he steps away from boxing in his prime rather than risking his future by continuing for more money or more fights.
He has to stop. It's better to leave 1 hour before than 2 minutes after. Unfortunately, this is the truth. It concerns not just boxing. It concerns every single thing. It concerns you. It concerns me. It concerns every one of us. You can't earn all monies of the world. You can't beat all fighters of the world. But you need to take this decision. And this is a very difficult decision for a man like Usyk, being on his prime, being on his top, being unbeaten, and to leave. But think of the future. So from the bottom of my heart, I wish him I wish him to retire at his prime and being remembered in ages as one of the most prominent and greatest fighters of all times.
Moreover, Adam Catterall and Gareth A. Davies reacted furiously to the controversial stoppage after referee Mark Lyson halted the contest immediately following the bell, awarding the victory to Usyk because he believed Rico could not return to his corner unaided. While both commentators argued they would have preferred to see a final 12th round and noted visible frustration from Rico's corner over the decision.
The bell has gone for the end of the round, but the referee has jumped in and stopped the fight and given it to Alexander Usyk.
That's because he doesn't believe he could have made it back to his corner unaided. That's a 10-8 round for Alexander Usyk. I'd like to have seen a 12th round there because obviously the referee's Mark Lyson's very close to Rico and he's looking into his eyes.
I want to see if they're complaining in that corner. They are.
Rico was complaining.
Furthermore, Ariel Helwani slammed the controversial stoppage in the fight between Alexander Usyk and Rico Verhoeven, calling it an absolute disgrace and insisting Rico was robbed after the referee halted the bout seconds after the 11th round bell, while arguing that the fight would not have been stopped had the roles been reversed and demanding an immediate rematch.
What we saw this afternoon in Egypt was an absolute disgrace. Can't believe Rico Verhoeven got robbed like that. The fight is stopped with 1 second left in the 11th round. But in reality, if you actually watch it, it was seconds after the 11th round was over. Ding, ding, ding. And then it stopped. It was an absolute awful stoppage. And I can assure you, if Rico Verhoeven was the one, doing the damage, if he was the guy punching Usyk, that fight's not being stopped. We're seeing the 12th round. Let me know in the comments below what you think of what transpired. They've got to do an immediate rematch.
Eddie Hearn also criticized the stoppage in the fight between Alexander Usyk and Rico Verhoeven, calling it a poor decision and arguing that with only seconds remaining in the round, the referee should not have ended the contest when Rico was still competitive and not absorbing sustained serious punishment despite the heavy knockdown.
I thought it was a poor stoppage. I know that you can never think about how long left in the round, but what was there, a couple of seconds left in the round?
Yeah.
And I think when you're up in the fight or you're that competitive, you can't stop a fight when he's not taking really any serious punishment, even though the knockdown was heavy. So
Ryan Garcia said Rico Verhoeven fought his ass off and caused real problems for Alexander Usyk with an awkward style, but added that the stoppage situation was confusing because he believed the round had already ended or was very close to ending. And while he avoided directly judging the referee's decision, he felt the timing of the stoppage was unclear and controversial.
Ryan, what do you think of Rico tonight?
Rico fought his ass off, man. He had the style that it was very confusing for Usyk, and gave Usyk a lot of problems tonight. But it was an awkward fighter, but Usyk got the job done. So.
Do you think Rico should have been allowed to continue?
I believe that the round ended, in my opinion. If I'm telling the truth, I believe the round ended, and I don't know. I don't know why the bell didn't ring. I think it was like 10 seconds left, and then I don't know. But yeah, that's how it goes. The stoppage. It's not my job to say if the ref did a good stoppage, but I thought the round ended.
That's it for today's video. So what are your thoughts on this? What do you think about the rematch? Share your thoughts in the comment section and make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Also, check out our other videos on the screen right now.